everybody. Welcome to week 7. The Know-It-All is back. Everybody said amen. The ratings have been in the toilet, and I'm bringing this thing back up. Okay, I've got a lot to say. It's been a long time, so you're just going to have to shut up, sit down, and listen. Ed, I don't give a crap how long this thing is. We may go for a full 30 minutes. You can kiss my tail, okay? But we're into week 7. Obviously, my co-host is here.
Time out. I'm the star of this show.
No, you're not.
This is not the Know-It-All show anymore.
Did you not see the ratings I sent to you?
Oh, they were incredible.
Oh my goodness, they're in the toilet.
What is it
It's in
now?
the toilet.
Huh? What is it now?
It's the Wednesday night jam session.
Jam session.
Well, this is nighttime. I see the sun shining behind us.
That's a reflection of your head.
So my co-host is here, and the high score Archangel's back in the house. 2 straight weeks. The man is killing it. I got to give you props for that. First, let me say thank you, heartfelt thank you for everybody that called and texted and, having a baby and then having COVID. It's been one heck of a last month. I'm sorry I hadn't been here. I know you've missed me. And let me just say this. Let me just say this, okay?
Say it.
The show was crap. Okay? I'm just going to be blunt. It was crap. I had people calling me, texting me, where the crap are you? Why are you not there? The show is horrible. And I'm just putting it out there, okay? So I'm back for your viewing pleasure. I'm not 100%. You may hear me cough a little bit, okay? But I'm back for you, the viewers. That's what's most important here.
First off, no one missed you.
They all missed me.
No one called you.
They all called me.
No one texted you.
Everybody texted me.
Look, I mean, they may have sent like smoke signals or something.
They want to be back for sure.
Your fan base left Asheboro when K&W left Asheboro. Right? You know what? I'm just saying. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Let me tell you something, man. I miss freaking K&W. I love K&W. You know what? We just left Magnolia, right? I can get more food at the K&W for a cheaper price than Magnolia. Tell me that ain't true. That's true. Amen.
Look,
Amen.
I am not speaking the curses of Magnolia on me.
I love some Magnolia, but I like some K&W
That's
too.
right, too.
All right, listen, let's jump into this. We got a lot to cover. Some pretty big games this week. Pretty big games. So we're going to start off with some of the, lesser games. We're going to start off with Tsunami versus Joe's guys.
Lesser game.
I said a lesser game because, listen, Tsunami does not have one single running back he can play this week. Everybody's on bye. So by default, because of that, unless Tsunami finds some running backs, which he's working on it, I hear he's working on it, I'm going with Joe's guys for the win.
Look, I'm going with Joe's guys just basically because I'm not going
Because you always go with Joe's guys. You always go whoever played against
One, I'm going with Joe's guys because he's got a better team, and two, I'm not trading any of my running backs.
But we know that. We've been down that road.
I mean, I'm holding them on. Like, I'll trade them to you maybe after this week.
After this week.
Yeah.
That's very generous of you.
I really can.
Well, all of my players are too valuable too to try.
Apparently.
Right.
So
those guys all the way.
Joe's guys. All right. 3 straight Joe's guys across the board. Next game, Galaxy versus the People's Champ. And the People's Champ has an illegal lineup. So
I keep it that way.
Regardless of that, the Galaxy would win because we know Jam's team is...
Up and coming, baby.
Where's that trash can I saw in
Up
there?
and coming.
So I'm going with the Galaxy. Are you picking yourself?
Absolutely.
Of course you are.
My rookies have come to play this week.
All right.
Putting Swift in the lineup.
Hey, listen, how close did you come to beating Kingsdale last week?
Ooh, it was close.
That was close.
It was close.
Now, wouldn't that have been something?
If it would have, there would have been a
That would have been. Well, now you would have won had you started the right players, right?
Yeah, if I was in Chenault out and played anybody, I would have won.
So
or if I'd have played Swift.
So that's your notice there, Kenny. You better shape
My
up.
rookies are coming along,
You better
baby.
shape up.
We're not worried about this year.
Who you got, Galaxy or the People's
It's
Champ?
got to be Galaxy. James
lost
still
y'all's
about a year away, man.
A year or two.
Lost y'all's
away.
mind. I'll tell you what, when I win, there will be a video cut, and you boys will hear about it.
All right. I look forward to that.
I got it.
Probably about mid-year next year. I look forward to getting
Look,
ready.
I hope I lose every game except for when I play Josh Lewis.
Well, there's a good chance that's going to happen. All right, next game. Booty versus Bolts. And can we just have a moment of silence for Aaron Rodgers? Because Aaron Rodgers had been averaging 32 points a game.
Wow.
32. In the week that Bolts plays Team Hardware, you know how many points he got out of Aaron Rodgers?
6.
No.
3.
3.
I love it.
Now, Sean, you've been talking about how unlucky you are. When you go from 32 points to 3 at your quarterback spot, you lucky. Because you about got beat. I'm just saying.
He's just saying.
His luck came back. But this week, Booty versus Bolts, I'm going Bolts. I think Bolts wins because 1, Rodgers bounces back. 2, Gibson is going to run all over that terrible Cowboys defense. Bolts rolls. Who you got?
I got the Booty Thieves picking up their first win.
You picked them last week. You picked up the first win.
Well, they got to get one.
You just gonna keep going until they get one
right.
Who you got? Booty or Bolts?
Going with the booty. Getting the
Go with
first
the
win.
booty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, Big A's getting some props this week.
That's
Andy
right.
Dalton ain't got nothing to throw to. I mean, he won't be.
He can't get the
He
ball
can't get
to him.
anybody's
Yeah,
one.
that's the problem.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
All right, the next game: Team Hardware versus Bucko Bruce. Now, listen, I have to throw this out there. Okay, it's funny that they're playing each other this week because I hear there's a little bit of animosity going on between the owners of these two teams.
I like this.
And the animosity stems from not football, but Major League Baseball. Okay?
Oh.
Because you got a Braves fan in Darren, you got a Dodgers fan in Sean, and from what I understand, Sean only likes to talk crap. Once the Dodgers actually do something, he's pretty quiet. When they're not doing something, Darren took offense to that. So there's already some tension
I like it.
in the air, okay?
That makes it good.
It makes it good. And what makes it even
Yeah.
better is CBS has this game 1 point.
1 point.
1 point.
CBS is dead wrong.
Oh, you think?
God, this is going to be a blowout.
Which team?
Bucko Bruce.
Woo!
Josh Allen is throwing against the Jets.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Are you for real?
I'm actually picking the Bucko too, and the reason for that is Josh Allen versus the Jets. But I'm
Yes.
gonna put a little ice on my cake. Juju is gonna go off this week because they had finally traded. Juju's gonna go off too. Bucko's gonna win. Who you got?
I'm going with my boy Sean.
Okay.
Going
Tone
with
that
my boy
flame
Sean.
down just a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
Team Hardware gets the win, says the high score. Okay.
I got you, Sean.
Toy Soldiers versus the Archangels. What could be a pretty good game this week?
This game of the week?
No, it is not the game of the week. But let me say this. I have heard whispers from some, that they are deeming you, Archangels, as the new favorite.
They should.
Okay? I've heard those whispers. Now, I'm not going to name any names,
Smart people.
but I've had some owners tell me, or a owner tell me, that they have been offended how good your team has become. So again, I'm not going to name any names, but they are definitely offended.
Okay.
And so I think there's a little fear factor going on
There
this
should
week.
be some fear factor.
And
It's going to be a butt whooping.
I think that in the long, what's going to happen in this game is this. Russell Wilson is going to tear up the Cardinals, and Murray isn't going to do very well versus Seattle. And that's the two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I give the nod to Wilson. I also think Ridley may literally have 100 points versus Detroit because their defense is terrible. I'm going with the Archangels to keep it rolling, maybe continue moving up those notch of favorites. So who you got there, co-host?
You know.
Man.
You know. Say it.
Well,
Don't be scared.
Say it.
Don't be scared.
I like McLaurin's matchup against Cowboys, so he has got a little wide receiver action there. But, and then you got Derrick Henry going against Pittsburgh defense, which is pretty stout.
That is tough.
That's tough.
He's got Zeke fumbleitis.
I love it. $90 million fumble.
Better go
That's
get
right.
Pollard. All I got.
That's right.
Better go get him.
I'm going to pick Archangels.
Oh, all right. So you got two for the Archangels.
You know.
Do you pick yourself?
You know.
Absolutely.
Look at all the
three
green.
across the board.
Green.
All the green on the side of the Archangels. Toy Soldiers continues that spiral. Dude only scored like 120 some points last week.
Be afraid, Ed.
Be very afraid. Okay, now the game of the week
Yeah.
pits the two preseason favorites versus each other. We have the Freak and we have the Phalanx. We already talked about the Freak. They should have caught an L last week and they didn't. Can they keep that momentum going? We're going to find out. CBS has this as the two highest scoring game, or the highest scoring game of the week, 184 to 179 in favor of the Freak. I personally think the Freak's going to win, but here's why. Because any other week, I think it'd be the Phalanx.
Really?
Okay? But unfortunately, Lamar Jackson's on bye,
Yep.
which means that the Phalanx has to start Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Now, it is versus the Giants, so that could help. But without Lamar Miller, and it looks like the Freak's pretty steady there, I also think that George Kittle's going against New England, and what does Billy B do?
Yep.
He takes out their best player. So I think that's going to hurt Kittle this week. I'm going with the Freak to get a good quality win here, despite the fact that he really should have lost to
He should have.
a trash can last week. Now, who you picking there, co-host?
I'm picking Big John.
Oh, Phalanx.
I am.
Even despite wins.
Yep. I'm picking him.
Okay.
I think Kareem Hunt has a big day. I think, let's see here. Kittle's going to have a good day. My biggest issue is
You're wrong on Kittle, but anyway.
My biggest issue is this. Jacobs is a stud running back. If Tampa Bay's defense plays like they did last week, they shut him down. And that's a lot of points. And so that's why I'm going with Big John.
Big John with the win. You're right about Tampa Bay's defense, though. That's legit.
They look
That's
good,
legit.
man. They look good.
So who we got high score?
I can tell you, you can't beat the trio of Hopkins, Jones, and Lockett.
That's crazy.
I told you last week, John is toast. This week, he's burnt toast. It is over, dude.
All right, so we got the freak, and the phalanx. That's it for week 7. Guys, I'm sorry I've been gone. I'm glad I'm back. You're going to find this to be much, much better. I'll be here weekly from now on. I'm going to do my best. I apologize for the absence. I do want to thank you for stepping in. You tried your best.
Look,
It may not have been good, but you tried your best.
when you go back and watch this video, you will see that me and Mike spoke a total of 65 words.
As it should be.
And 1,000,002 went to this guy right here.
And that's why the ratings are as high as they are, people.
That's why this
the
show
reason
has
right
just
there.
become trash.
Any final words from the high score?
Thank God for wide-angle lenses.
Amen. And pushing that camera back so y'all couldn't see us too close. Everybody enjoy the games this week. A couple of big games. Make sure you bring your A game. Somebody trade me a running back, would you? I need a running back.
And just to let
I need
you
two,
guys
actually.
know-
I need two.
Just let you know, Josh will be at KMW this week signing autographs for all his fans.
All day, baby.
We'll
All
see
day.
you guys there.
Line up.